side of the vehicle. I'm going to plug in and grab some information, okay?
He is potting the car, is what they call it in Chrysler world.
So now, one thing here that I don't like is he's got his back to the customer and he hasn't told them really what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
So what happens here is you haven't gained control. So the customer oftentimes will get on their phone, they'll walk inside. I would want to establish like, hey, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to pod this thing and get the codes, whatever. And we're going to do a little walk around, check it for bumps and bruises. And then we're going to go inside. Give them a little, this is what's about to happen.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I'm 50-50 on whether or not the customer stays. Because there was no direction there that happened at all.
Right.
She could almost she could almost assume that her job is done. She's given the guy the car.
And most would, they'd walk inside.
Yep.
Now what this actually does, it's going to pull any information about recalls, service needed, or any technical service bulletins on your vehicle, okay?
Okay, so now he's referencing his magic pad.
The magic pad.
Yeah. So look how the pad is between him and the customer also. Like, that's the weird thing about these pads in the service drive is they become the focus.
Yeah, and a barrier in this particular instance too. The other thing that he did, which I don't suggest, is he asked the customer if she'd like to join him for a walk around. I never ask.
No, you assume it.
That's right.
I would have had some sort of compliment and asked some sort of questions about where they headed today. I definitely would have complimented the truck. The truck is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. It's the big Dodge. It's red.
It looks like it just got washed. It's shiny.
So I mean, just that, right?
I'm going to check your tires and everything on the exterior of the vehicle. He's going to be running a battery test while we do that, okay? Tires. Love your Ram, by the way. I have one myself. Great truck.
Okay, so if you're listening to this, now out of nowhere, a technician has appeared, popped the hood, and is checking the battery.
That was mystical.
Yeah. So now we have a third player in this song here. If you're going to do that, I would introduce the person.
Yeah, say Billy is going to get started on his inspection on your vehicle. Something like that.
Yeah, well, the way this is kind of going, well, let's see what happens. But if you don't introduce the technician, it kind of minimizes their importance or value in the situation. Where if you introduce them by name and then say what they're going to do, they have a little more pixie dust.
Everything's in excellent condition on the truck.
Now the cameraman has decided that what the technician is doing is
so much more important than the walk around. That's great.
So now we've lost all sight of the customer. We're gonna see how to test a battery. The no-name technician.
Everything's in excellent condition on the truck. So you definitely keep it clean too.
I like to measure both in and out.
Well, 3 spots, I think.
Well, that's probably the right way, but 2 is...
2 is the minimum?
But
did you hear it just ask? That was a good script. Do you guys offer a complimentary car wash? How many customers tell you that?
Complimentary?
Yeah. Do you guys offer a complimentary multi-point
like,
inspection?
hey, can you wash it?
Yes. So where we're at, you do have an oil change contract, okay? Best thing you can do for your vehicle is upgrade to a synthetic oil, okay? They give you that option with a small upgrade fee.
Okay.
I've never been a big fan of the word fee. And I'm still back to the second one in the row where they're selling at the car on the walk around. It's an interesting thing, but I don't hate that that he would talk about it and say, hey, so I see that you got the oil change contract. I want to talk to you about a couple of options and maybe a better way to protect your vehicle.
Well, kind of like the other one, I would have spent more time building rapport, and then I would say, okay, this is what you need. You need this oil change. It's this much. We need to rotate. I would probably say you need oil change. We need to rotate, and it's this much, and give them one big price. But I would just tell them what they need I wouldn't go through all the features and benefits and all that because it just sounds schmucky.
Well, in this case, that car had what they're talking about is that the customer has, when you buy a Chrysler, you get a couple of oil changes for free. So what he was talking about is that she already had the oil change covered. He was trying to upsell her to the synthetic. I just don't know if that's a place for it.
I wouldn't, like, if it needs synthetic, then it should be covered or whatever. But I think that in the beginning, if the customer has free oil changes, we want the customer in the beginning to perceive that it's hassle-free and low cost. And so these early ones, I don't know that you always want to sell them something.
Oh yeah, so I see what you're saying. So really,
hey, you got a free oil change, but really it's worthless.
It's not what you should have got.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
It creates a ton of doubt.
I never thought about it like that. It's interesting.
Like if the truck needs synthetic, then let's pack synthetic into the whatever we're giving them.
Right.
The most common one that I don't see you have is the bed liner.
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that because I have been looking into getting the bed liner put in. So
okay.
Definitely would like to look into that for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I have that, and I also have the ambient lighting. Actually gives you some color options. Much nicer than the original. Carolina Blue one of them? They've got Carolina Blue, believe it or not.
Definitely want to look into that.
It's nice. Now, what I could do for you is the bed liner, your ambient lighting, the synthetic upgrade, and your tire rotation. I could keep you under $1,000 if you want to have that done today.
Awesome.
Would you like to do that?
Yes, we can look into it.
Absolutely. All right. Just get a signature right down there at the bottom, please.
All right.
We'll see how that battery test went, too.
All right, sir. Battery tested good?
Excellent. Battery tested good, so we're all set.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
It is going to take probably a good 2 to 3 hours on everything, services and the upgrades.
Okay.
Would you like to wait, or would you like me to
I'm
offer
actually good
alternatives?
today because I'm off today, so.
Excellent. Come on inside in my waiting area, and I'll talk to you after the inspection.
This is acting, and they're trying to role play this, so we understand how hard that is. But that being said, I would spend more time on, have you taken it off road? Do you get in gunfights? Have you ever been in a police chase with it? Like, I would make comments about the adventure that can happen when you're attractive and you have a big jacked up pickup like that. Like, I would spend way more time figuring out they have kids, like,
yeah, getting to know the customer for
whatever.
Sure.
And I don't mean that in a way like, oh, is she single or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, she's got a truck. Has she gone off-roading? Like, there's a reason why. Like, maybe she lives on a ranch. Maybe she has horses. But I would want to know way more about her, and I would talk about all the other stuff inside. I would separate them. I wouldn't try to do everything on that iPad or whatever that thing is. I know people love that and they assume, and then I would, I don't know, the under 1,000.
Keep you under 1,000.
You're assuming that 1,000 is their budget. Why not 5,000? Like, how did we come up with 1,000?
I'm pretty sure she was going to say okay to whatever. It didn't matter.
Pretty good. I like the first one a little more because there was more rapport.
Yeah. Oh, with the sticker on the back, the dog thing. I agree with that.
We have a customer sitting on, the vehicle's kind of on the side of the building.
Yep, so this is a no-drive store.
Hi, Amber.
Yeah, so it
How are
doesn't
you
look like
doing
we have a
today?
service
I'm
drive.
Good. How are you?
Service advisor walks out of the door with the clipboard on the opposite side, so she's gonna have to walk around the front.
Okay.
Before I walk around the front, I want to make eye contact.
Yeah, or walk around the back would be safer.
How are you doing today?
Oh, so the customer is already out of the vehicle.
How are you?
Okay, let's just talk about the fashion choice here on this customer.
Okay, so we've got a blue, purple,
We have a
top
purple
ensemble.
tank top with a blue tank top peeking out and pink runner shorts.
Yeah.
Headed to the gym or to a PTA meeting.
I'm going to go with Jim. We'll see what happens here.
She's driving, what is that, a Ford?
Edge? Explorer, maybe? I
The
don't know.
Little Explorer? We're going right to transaction.
Let's do this thing.
I would say headed to the gym.
You wouldn't say, my God, I didn't think those colors matched.
They
But
match.
you proved it.
They match.
Really? I think the blue, the purple, and the pink looks funny to me.
No, purple and pink go together just like red and pink do. Because like I learned from Chip Kidd, pink is just light red.
Okay, got it.
Had a better marketing department. Got its own name. Light Blue didn't do the same. So now the service advisor is in
He's great. Just turned
the
one.
car. Now we're assuming
end
that the
up having
reason
any
why
kind
she
of
hasn't
celebration
introduced
for it?
herself
Yeah, we had a big party.
and given
All
her
the
name is
family
because they
was
already
in
know
town.
each other.
Where'd you say all your family's
But
from?
she's
Are they
sitting
around
in the
here,
customer's
or no?
car,
They're all from
started it.
Missouri, so they either drove
I'm
in
assuming
or
checking
flew in.
Now
mileage.
that's a good
Yeah, I
drive
think
right
so.
there.
Yes, yeah, it's about 14 hours.
What I'm doing now, I just want to check the wiper blades on it, make
Okay.
sure they're not streaking. But if I remember correctly, we put
From the
some on there
accent,
last
what do you
time.
think he's going to do?
You know, I think we did
Texas.
do that.
Because I don't see, I mean, they look perfect still. They're holding right up for us.
Oh, okay, great.
See, now aren't you glad that I talked you into those wiper blades last time?
Yes, yes.
See, everybody says Rain-X on that, but Motorcraft does just as well.
Yeah, you're right.
I like
So
that
I'm
they're
gonna do now,
talking
check
about
the
personal
tread on the
stuff.
tires, make sure
It's a
the
little bit of a
tires-
leap,
Okay.
but I guess if they already know each other, kind of fun.
Yeah.
Weren't you talking about that
Yeah,
last time
I
you
don't
were
hate
here?
it
Yeah,
so
we
far.
went to the beach and everything was good, but I kind of noticed when we were going down the highway that it was like pulling to the left. I
To the
guess.
left? Okay. Now, when you felt it falling, was it when you were braking or just driving down the road?
No, just while we were driving down the road.
Because that at least will rule out any kind of like caliper sticking or anything like that. I'd focus more than on the alignment.
Okay.
Let me check these back tires here.
Okay, great.
He's just looking at the front here. Let's see. Yeah, we're at 8/32 all the way around. Just by
critiquing the
looking at them,
script
they're wearing really well.
Seems a little
so
bit
I
like
definitely
a,
want to go ahead and get the alignment done
suspension
for you.
briefing.
Okay.
And then that way we get the best possible life out of
But
your
what did she
tire.
say, Nick?
Okay.
What we'll also do
She was
as well
talking
for
about
it,
the
'cause I
quality
think
of
we normally do
Motorcraft
the works
wipers
package,
versus other wipers.
I think so.
rotate the tires.
Yes, yes.
And right now what we have
Everybody
got a
cares
$10
about
mail and
wiper
rebate that you
quality.
can do online.
Okay.
And then I'll actually give you a pretty good deal for everything.
Oh, great. Okay.
So we'll go ahead and get you on that.
But I like
and then
that.
just keep in
She's
mind, just
framing
looking
what's
at
about
your
to
mileage
happen.
where you're at. You're at 19,000, a little over 19,000 miles.
Okay.
Just keep in mind, probably around this time will be like your air filter and things like that.
It's interesting
but
though,
my
everything's
technician will check
referenced to the
everything
last
out for
time we
you
were using it.
Okay.
while he does the multi-point inspection. So we're going to check everything: your air filter, your belts, your hoses.
Don't
all
you
of it.
wish
We'll make
all
sure
advisors have
it's
that
road
kind of
trip
memory?
ready for you.
Okay, thank you.
In fact, let's go ahead. Let's get this battery tested. Let me go ahead and get my technician.
I can't
Chris.
remember
Okay.
somebody's name on
tested
that
for us while
yesterday.
We're looking at everything else on it. You know what he's going to do? He's just going to make sure that we're at the proper volts, so that way I don't want you ever to be stranded anywhere.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
And just keep in mind too, every time that you come in, we're going to do this for you. So we're going to check everything under the hood. Since we're doing the tire rotation as well, we'll check your brakes, make sure the brake pads are where they need to be, make sure the rotors, nothing looks.
Okay, yeah, I definitely
Off about
appreciate
that.
that because as much as I'm on the road with Brody, I can't be stranded with a 1-year-old.
Completely understand.
Battery's good.
Oh,
Good
great.
deal. So we go ahead and mark that for you right now on that. And so right now we've got you set up for your works package, your oil change, your tire rotation. We'll go ahead and get it on the alignment machine as well. And what I'll do is I'll have a before and after printout for you so you can see what that looks like.
Okay.
But we'll go ahead, let's let Chris go ahead and get it back there for us. So that way he can get started. And let me take you to the waiting room. I'll show you where the coffee's at.
Okay, great. Thanks.
So here's one thing that I will say: they're acting this out, and
So much
Whatever.
harder. It's easy to pick on these things for sure.
yeah, and it's not fair. But the one thing I would actually bet money that she's actually a really, really good advisor.
Yeah.
I bet you she does a really good job. She seems really on top of it, and it's awkward that she's got a camera in her face and she's playing the script.
She might be the best advisor of the three. I would say this is the worst walk around.
She in their script or whatever they're doing, there was an attempt where we were alluding to we had built rapport before,
Yes.
but still, I mean, let's build rapport now and talk about what's happening now. Where are you headed today? What do you got going on? That sort of thing. But yeah, I hope that helps you guys in the secret to the best advisors. And the way I approached it when I was an advisor was most of that time at the vehicle is learning about them and getting them to talk about themselves. And I want them to see me as a friend. And so think about the conversations you have with your friends. Those are the conversations I want to have at the vehicle. And I don't want it to be transactional. I don't really want to talk about prices or specials or coupons or anything like that, because that makes me fall into the category of Costco and, you know, Walmart in a sense. And I want to be friend first, trusted friend.
Right.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.